Let's do it. The action in this one is bigger than I think the last two combined.
See you all met.
What's this all about, Dom?
Yeah, man, why'd you drag us halfway around the world?
Because we got a job. I think the fans are gonna have a lot of fun seeing all the guys back together.
As a stealth mission, we'll be in and out before they even know we're there. This time around, Brian and Dom, and we're up against so much. I mean, we got the entire world after us. We just went from a little most wanted list to the very top.
You're on a whole other level, and the stakes are so high.
We're talking about breaking into a police station.
This is crazy. This is $100 million. You
say what?
It's time to kick ass. Bring a lunch, because it's gonna be an all-day affair.
Home sweet home. Coming out of the last picture, the objective was to bring in characters that you knew from other Fast and Furious films, put them all together, and have a lot of fun.
When you gonna give Martin Luther King his car back? As soon as you give Rick James his jacket back. Everyone has played a major part, and everyone has contributed a whole hell of a lot to this franchise. It was a group effort.
Salute me, familia.
You know that old saying, family comes first. All the family has come together as one.
Certain characters are linked to Brian, certain characters are linked to Dom, and it's great to see how they get back together and how they work together. And that was really the big idea that got me excited.
All of us in the cast kind of had our own moments to shine in each piece of the franchise, and they've came up with a very creative storyline that makes it all make sense that we're all together. This one starts where you got Brian, you got Mia down in Rio, and they're running, man. They're playing the best cards they can, maintaining a low profile.
They have a plan to meet Dominic Toretto in Rio, where they're going to hook up with Vince from the first movie.
How's it feel?
What's up?
Be on the other side of a wanted poster.
For Brian, he's always been on the law side, and now he's an outlaw. And that dynamic is exciting because you've never seen Dom and Brian on the same side.
There's a job coming up. Couple of high-end cars, easy target.
We agree to it. We think it's going to be easy, and yet there's a little bit of a hitch in the plans.
DEA tags. This car's been seized. But at that point, they're committed. There's nothing they can do. There's no backing out. Things are unraveling as he speaks. We're being robbed! And as much as he hates to admit it, he needs Dom.
Thought I told you to lay low.
Had to make a call.
Their backs get pushed to the wall to a point where Dom feels like their only way out is to do the craziest thing, which is to basically go into the heart of a police station, steal $100 million from a vault, escape, and build new lives.
You realize we're talking about going up against the most powerful guy in all of Rio?
Yes, we are.
Then we're gonna need a team.
And we start recruiting our band of brothers. First, we're gonna need a chameleon, someone who can blend in.
Giselle enjoys guns, and she enjoys the action.
I think I'm in love.
What else?
Utilities and weapons, someone who ain't afraid to throw down.
I have Dom and Brian's back. They have my expertise, driving skills, and come in and help them out.
Roman is back, baby.
Isn't that beautiful?
I'm the charmer that's trying to see to it that we get this damn money. I'm pretty much the tech guy of the movie. The safes, computers, all of that good stuff.
Dom and Brian now on the same side. The exciting thing was the handoff of the antagonist.
All right, listen up. The men we're after are professional runners. We find them, we take them as a team, and we don't ever let them get in the cars.
Right away, I knew that we were going to be able to have an opportunity to create a character that's going to be memorable and really get the audience pumped up.
The character of Hobbs he's a unique guy just in terms of the job that he has. I find men and I hunt them down and I bring them in. Dead or alive, that's going to be up to them. You're under arrest.
I don't feel like I'm under arrest.
I think that they very much are akin to one another, which makes for a very interesting dynamic. We're not really sure where it's going to go, but we know that it's going to be interesting.
These guys came in and stole our car and stole the computer chip that has a location of all our money.
They have the law chasing them on one side, and they have Reyes and his group chasing them on the other side, and it just ups the stakes tremendously in the movie.
Sooner or later, we're going to end up behind bars. But not today. We very consciously decided to push the envelope of action.
Losing weight clicked for me.
Let's do it. The action in this one is bigger than I think the last two combined. Not just car chases, but there's actually foot chases.
I'm doing dive rolls, I'm hopping over walls. Jordana sees it, next thing you know, she's hopping off the roof.
We just keep expanding and we keep upping the ante.
The train sequence is incredible. I've never seen in a movie where somebody tries to pull a heist of a moving train.
The train heist was a challenge. We had to get permission to basically own a piece of railroad, working railroad, and then we had to buy trains, and then we had to build these trucks that were able to go up against the trains. I wanted a car to be jumping out of the train at full speed.
3, 2, 1, go!
We're actually cutting some new ground here doing train stuff.
And when it comes to boosting cars and getting things off a moving platform, whether it's a tractor trailer or whether it's a train, it doesn't matter. These guys are going to figure it out. They love that target. That's the mode of operation. That's what they go after. That's just their bread and butter.
You know, every Fast and Furious movie has a big heist of some sort involved in it. So what this vehicle does, it'll actually come up parallel to the train. It'll have a large side gate that's going to fold down. The guys are going to jump out with their plasma cutters, cut a big hole in the side of the car with a couple of winches, suck those cars from the train car onto their heist vehicle. At that point, they have basically like a rollback system, like on a record, where the bed tilts. And the car is able to actually roll off the back, spin the tires, and take off and get away. First of all, it has to look like you're in a different country. You don't want something that looks like you would see here in Sun Valley. I came up with this cab, which is an Oshkosh military cab. We just got the cabs and then made a list of the material we needed and had it delivered. So basically the entire vehicle is built from scratch. We designed a suspension very similar to a monster truck with the big 4-link bars and the large axles. The reason for this is we need to have tremendous durability and we need to be able to carry a lot of speed over rough terrain. One of the first scouts who went on to Parker, we were with the director, and he was looking at a trestle bridge and a little creek that went through it, and he says, "Can we jump that?" I said, "You know, I think the most you're going to get out of these things is maybe 50 feet." And, you know, of course, in the end, they end up jumping at over 75 feet.